All right, so I know filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy is not something that anybody is looking forward to. But if you filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, or you're thinking of filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and in your future you want to buy a home, or let's say you want to buy a home, right? This is the information you need to know. I'm going to tell you what you need to know so you're ready when it's time for you to buy a home. Number one, a Chapter 7 bankruptcy is going to stay in your credit for the next 10 years. There's nothing you can do about that. After the 10 years, it falls off, right? So it's going to stay in your credit, and it falls off after 10 years. Now, in the mortgage industry, we're always going to ask in your application, hey, have you had any bankruptcies in the last 7 years? Why? Because we're going to ask for letters of explanation. I want you to explain it to me, what happened. And we're going to ask for the discharge letter and paperwork. So you make sure you keep your bankruptcy documentation in a safe place, because you're going to need it. Now, start establishing credit right away. And I know that might be confusing, because after a bankruptcy, a lot of people think, well, nobody's going to give me credit. And I will say, no, that is not true. You can get what is called a secure credit card, and just Google it. There's so many credit card companies and banks that will give you a secure credit card. So start establishing credit right away. Even Experian, the bureau, allows you to report your bills such as Netflix, utilities, and so forth in the credit report to start seeing movement that you are responsibly paying bills on time. So definitely do that and also get a secure credit card. Now, when it comes to buying a home, if you're going with the government program, FHA and VA, well, those two programs only requires 2 years from the date of discharge. So you can easily build your credit, and as soon as you file for your bankruptcy, and you'll be ready in 2 years. Now, if you have to go with a conventional loan, Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, well, those two programs require 4 years from the date of discharge. Now, there are programs outside of Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, or VA loans. There's programs outside of that, and those are the non-qualified mortgages, and they can qualify you. I've seen programs where they can qualify a 1 day out of bankruptcy, but of course the catch is always going to be the down payment and the interest rate. But if you're trying to qualify under a government program, one that is going to ask you for less of a down payment and is going to offer a better interest rates, right? Any of those, the FHA, VA, Fannie Mae, or Freddie Mac, well, those are going to have their timelines, the waiting period. You have to wait. But other than that, guess what? There is hope at the end of the tunnel when it comes to filing a bankruptcy and wanting to buy a home. So I hope this was helpful.